Hello and welcome, Rahul. You're watching me on my YouTube channel, Atma Talk Show. And if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I always come up with new ideas and try to inform you of latest development and whatever is happening in the real world, because I know exactly that if you are keeping yourself abreast with the latest development and knowledge, you will certainly be ahead than others. You will be having an edge, and that is what I want you to give. I want you to give real knowledge, real world knowledge, and exact pragmatic knowledge and practical knowledge that can boost you. It is important. This is an information age. We are living in information age, and after the advent of AI, it is going to be a little bit more complex, more deeper, more enlightened, and more comprehensive. And that is what we have to be. Along with that, we have to develop ourselves, and that is what is the reality. Nowadays, if a lot of youths are there in India, the Indian population is majority of youth population, and if they will be having knowledge of businesses, how to do business, how to foster real development, because once you will find your business, you are paving the way for your upcoming generation as well. And if you employ more than 20 employees, that will be a life-changing scenario. And that is why it is important that each and every individual, whoever is getting opportunity, they should come together, not only for themselves, but for their generations, for upcoming families, who can unite and can act for them on their behalf and can make their companies at higher heights. That is what I want to foster. But first of all, for having that kind of knowledge, it is important that you keep yourself updated. Many people don't know how to foster a private limited company, a public limited company, how to start a business altogether. They don't have knowledge about that. And today I want to give you a good knowledge along with a practical example how you can set up your own private company, how many capital will be needed, how many employee you will employ, and what should be this infrastructure and structure of your company as well. That is what I'm going to give you. But before that, we should know the constitution of your company, how it gets started. Suppose you are doing your own business. You can start your own business like MSME, but it is not a company. Whether proprietorship or partnership, you will start as a proprietorship business or a partnership business as an MSME. For MSME, micro, medium and small enterprises, you should have Udyam registration. Suppose you are starting a proprietorship business, you have little shop. If you want to make it bigger, you need capital to bring more stocks, and when the stocks will be disposed of, sold off, then you will get money once again. The money will come in your business cycle. You will pay off that loan, whatever loan you have got for your working capital, or the fixed loan, term loans for your fixtures, fixtures and shops. You need term loan as well. So these are for scaling up. I'm telling you how to start your little business into a bigger business. You have a kirana shop, suppose you want to scale it up, you need certain money. You cannot bring all together. If you have more money, that means you're not going to start a kirana store. But if you want to scale it up, you don't have that money, you don't have your own capital, you want to bring it, you have to bring it from a bank or from your relatives. That is what you can do. For that you need Udyam registration. But I'm talking about how to start a private limited companies. Thereafter you can change also your MSMEs into private limited company. It is not a tough task. You have to get registration as well. Need at least two members for starting a private limited companies, for converting or starting a private limited companies. One should be of Indian nationals. And when you go to start your company, you will need certificate of incorporation. For that, all the two persons, all the persons, or more than 2%, maximum could be 200 people in a private limited company. That is what is a bar. But in public limited company, it is not a bar. Public limited companies, later on I will discuss. But first of all, you know exactly how to start a small business, how to convert it into a private limited. 2 persons. There will be 2 directors as well, 2 shareholders, 2 directors. They both could be 2 directors. They can form a company. They will be directors. They need directors identification number, DIN. But before that, they should have a digital signature certificate, DSC. All these can be obtained when you go on a Spice Plus, when you apply on government side. These are the prerequisite and form will be available to you. Both digital identification number and digital signature certificate. Okay, but before that, for your company name, that should be unique. You have to reserve that very name, and for that, run reserve unique name. You have to go on Ministry of Corporate Affairs portal, and there you have to reserve your name. So what happened? You reserve your name. 2-person formed a company, 2 directors. You just go on and file register on registrar of companies. ROC. Go there and register. You have got your unique name. You have got 2 persons. There in ROC, you will need also to draft your memorandum of association, and article of association. These are the 2 things that will define your company, objective of company, internal structure from article of association, and the objective of the company through MOA. I'm going to tell you why MOA is needed. Why MOA is needed. In memorandum of association, you will see that every description will be there. First, the name of the company, unique name of the company. You got that? Second, address of the company. That will define the jurisdiction of the company, in which state, which ROC, registrar of the companies, it will belong to. Thereafter, objective clause. What is the objective of the company? What is the objective of the company? What it will do? Its primary objective, where it will deal. Did you understand? That is what will be the activities of the companies, objective of the companies. Thereafter, you will see that your liability should be defined. If 2 persons coming, they will bring up their own money. These are the liabilities of the company. Capital of the companies, total net worth of the companies. On liability side, you will see in balance sheet. So these are the liability of the company. That is what you have to define also in memorandum of association. These are very important if you want to understand liabilities of companies. Next, capital of the companies. Capital. I'm talking about authorized capital. It is not related with the asset of the companies, but capital clause defines authorized capital. How much you can bring shares in your company, total company. An authorized capital is different from paid up capital and issued capital. If you have 10 lakh rupees of authorized capital, what is you have defined there? Did you understand? And you divide it into 1 lakh of shares, 10 rupees is, that means 10 lakh. Because you want to issue that share. And if you issue that share, and suppose people are subscribing to that share, suppose 10,000 shares has been subscribed, each 10 rupees, that means 1 lakh of rupees. Only that will be the paid up capital. 1 lakh rupees you have in your company. 10 people have subscribed. 10 people are shareholders. And thereafter the clause comes of shareholder clause, where you have to define the name, address of that very person, how many shares he have taken in the companies, and his signature. That is what will be the defining in the memorandum of association, that you have that much share in the companies. Authorized capital you have already defined, but it is the max capital that you can raise. And for that, suppose if you want to give 10 lakh rupees of authorized capital to your company, you have to pay at least more than 30,000 rupees, approx 30,000 rupees to Ministry of ROC or Ministry of Corporate Affairs. That is what you have to pay, and accordingly it will increase along with the. Initially it is enough. 5 lakh rupees paid up capital is enough for public limited company, but it is not mandatory that you should have paid up capital for private limited companies. You can start with any paid up capital, but 2 persons are needed. So these are the clause. Don't get baffled in these things, but I'm making you understand how you can start, how memorandum of association has a valid stance in your company. And thereafter article of association, it is more of internal regulations, who will be the in charge and how the delegation will be given to other people. That is what is the article of association. Both you submit, you get your certificate of incorporation after being authorized by ROC. Now your company is on paper, it is okay. Now you can run, but it is not so easy. Again, I'm telling you a little bit of complexity I will add to make you complete a structure. You'll understand exactly how to run a big company, how to run a private company altogether. If you have more than 15 employees, you will need ESI and EPFO as well. But for your company, you need what? Certificate of incorporation. I have told you. Thereafter, it is more important. For that, memorandum of association, article of association, DSCs and DIN. Already I have told you. Thereafter, you need PAN and TAN as well. Permanent account number, PAN for your tax purpose. TAN is also needed because if the salaries will be given to paid to the people, that will be taxed. For that tax remittance, TAN is needed. Salaries and other premises related, whatever you will take, you will give to their honor or salaries will pay. There you will deduct tax, and that tax will be paid to the government. That is what is TAN. But your personal companies, your own PAN is needed for your own income purpose. You'll also need a GST. If your turnover goes over 40 lakhs, your transactions, your turnover companies, whatever credits will come in, it goes above 40 lakhs, you have to get GST as well. So these are the prerequisites for a business. GST, TAN, PAN, everything will be taken care of by your CA. You just go and understand exactly what you need. For functioning of companies, you need that. And that is what I'm telling you. Okay? But you need also ESI and EPFO. You have to take care, because if you are taking employees more than 15 and you are paying more than 15,000 prerequisite nowadays, below that nobody will stand with you. So you have to give ESI. Means ESI is Employees State Insurance Corporation. You have to think of their insurance, their well-beings. You have to think of their provident fund, EPF as well. Because whatever employee will work in, they should have in their mind that they have given opportunity by the government, by the company's law, that they will be paid pensions after retirement. For that 12% you need it. ESI 3.75% you have to pay. So that 12% apart from salary, you have to pay in as a EPFO, Employee Provident Fund. It will go to their pension scheme as well as their provident fund. 8.33 will go to pension scheme, and 3 point something will go to their provident fund. Both are in EPFO. Okay. But 3.75 in ESI, insurance, you have to take care of their medical expenses, you have to take care of their families, whatever happens, maternity. These are the important things which has been defined in companies law. Many of the higher authorities in public sector companies, they don't know. They issue nowadays explanation letter for sick leave. That is totally invalid. If they have, suppose, valid medical certificate, an MRI report is enough. MRI report is very deeply. You should take, if you are really a good, higher authority in any company, you should understand exactly that you should go to their medical report before citing your ego. You should read that. Because if you will drag in court by company's law, you will be punished very badly. Because government is giving that kind of facility in company's law that you have to take care of your employees by ESI. You have to contribute to take care of their medical expenses and medical care. And if they have MRI report and you are seeing them explanation why you are not coming on duty because of your sickness, if they go against you in court, you will be totally beaten and you will be out of your job. So don't do that mistake. I know exactly what background you are coming from and what is your potential, what is your knowledge. But if that person will drag you in court, you will be nowhere. So think of that, lady about. ESI and EPFO. Suppose now come to pragmatic things. All these things you knew. GST invoice needed, and TAN, PAN is needed. Digital signature certificate and DIN is needed. MOA is needed. MOA article of association is needed. All these things you understood. Now your company got certificate of incorporation. You are ready to do your business. Now come to pragmatic point. How you can foster your own business. Suppose you are employing 10 people. I'm just starting from 10. 10 people are important. 10 people is enough for your company initially. Suppose you want to do any digital, marketing or any kind of business, digital activities. You have to start your own companies. There you will take orders, digital orders, and you will serve your clients. 10 people if you're getting. Suppose you'll pay 25,000 each, 2,50,000 rupees. You'll be needed almost for 10 people in a month, and 12% the APFO, 3.75% the ESI. Suppose 12%, how much it will be? 12 part 12 part start, it means almost 30,000 rupees more for EPFO, almost 10,000 rupees, below 10,000 but 10,000 for ESI, 40,000 extra you need, 250 plus 40, 290 you need per month. If you have that capital, you can start your business. But a public company can also raise money from venture capitals, from private investors. That is what is the facilities you have been given by companies law. Something also you have to take care, that annual return you have to file. You have to maintain general meeting of companies. There is certain compliance, of Companies Act, little bit of that, and you will understand. Now I have told you everything about company, private company. You can start it all together today. Now, if you want me to tell you exactly when you will scale it up, when you will bring system into your company, and when you will process that, when you will give businesses, a little bit of that you need, for your, your room, wherever you reside, premises, you will need rent, I have told you everything. More than 3 to 3.5 lakh you will need. 3.5 lakh initially every month you will need to start your business, private limited company with 10 people. 10 people is strong initially. Just scale it up, and once the transaction happens, turnover happens, you make profitability over your balance sheet. I will tell about it, balance sheet. Video is getting longer, but I will tell you everything. Keep listening to me. I will make it known to you, everything publicly. How to start daily business, how to start private companies, how to scale it up. And all this knowledge will help you initially. And when you will go to your CA, you will be known to everything, and you will start your business altogether. Thank you for listening to me.